You liked the movie. I didn't like it because it didn't carry on the Marvel Universe. The Marvel Universe is supposedly the Infinity Stones, and everybody's trying to tie into that to get to our big, massive movie, where, of course, Guardians of the Galaxy will be in, and Spider-Man, Captain America, Thor, you name it, everybody's going to be in it. And rumors are, as the Netflix is pushing, they are going to be in the movie. They are saying, yes, they are. I'm talking about the Defenders are going to be in the Infinite War. They're going to have a very, very small role. They're going to help out because they're more vigilantes. They're pushing for
Even
this.
with all the controversy with Iron Fist?
Iron Fist, no matter what, is going to be buried in... Well, you know what? It's like the controversy with Iron Man 2. Your favorite movie of all time?
Iron Man 2
was the worst. There's a
movie
list
of all time. That's called E.T.
It was a horrible.
E.T. was a horrible movie.
No, I'm talking about Iron Man 2. You see how she always gets off subject? All right, so we're going to get into Netflix real fast, but I interrupted you. All right, what did you want to say?
Critics have been kind of saying, hey, don't put the Defenders in the new Avengers movie. Whether it be too much, it's being kind of desperate, the crossover on the big screen. I know a lot of people are excited because that's what you see in the comic books, but the comic books takes time to talk about little stories here and there. They never really feature everyone except one big fighting scene.
So I'll back you up on that. When we had the Secret Wars in 1985, did Daredevil ever go to the Secret Wars? Was he called or summoned? No. Was the Punisher ever summoned to the Secret Wars?
No.
Okay. What's her name? The Jessica Jones ever summoned to the Secret Wars?
No.
And was Iron Fist...
Wait. Secret Wars? Oh, no.
Secret Wars.
No, sorry. I think about a different war.
No, in any of those wars, they really weren't pulled to the big ones. They only pulled the big people.
No,
big guns or X-Men, which is not going to happen. And we got to talk about that, too. You're going to be blown away about what Stan Lee's trying to do right now.
No. I think character development is key.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, if you think about the old movies of like the original Spider-Man and stuff like that, it was cool, but it was such a joke. It was cool because it just came out. Oh my God, I've never seen it on the screen, but it was a joke at the same time because there's no character development.
Okay.
So good actors, good screen, too many things, gets lost.
All right. You ready to hit Netflix now?
Let's go.
Since we're already ripping them apart, we're going to rip them apart again. Actually, Netflix, you do an amazing job.
Oh my God, their stocks is doing an amazing job.
If you just knew the movies coming out. Okay, before I go any farther, this is off the top of my head, because this was on the script and it's got released. Coming out in not too distant future, The Dark Crystal prequels.
Oh.
I wet my pants and I pissed myself when I
he's
heard
going
this.
poo-poo too at the same time.
So I love The Dark Crystal, but they're doing the prequels of what happened prior to the movie. And if you saw the movie, it was a freaking hit when I was a kid. All puppets. So you got to ask yourself, is it going to be CGI? No.
No.
Is it going to be live actors? No. Is it going to be cartoon? No.
Wow.
They're doing puppets again, just like the original. And I was like, so Jim Henson just went, hi-ho, I just got to make Grieve, and I'm so happy about it. Yay! I'm so excited they're doing the original.
He is truly excited.
So this is really, really cool. And then we've got the Defenders coming out. And
August 16th.
And we've got a new mutant one that's on Netflix. There's 6 of them coming out. All these different ones. Oh, Lock and Key is coming to Netflix, too.
Oh, that's a huge comic book.
Huge comic book. And Anna Maria, we walked to the store to see when you purchase it. Oh, and let me tell you something. If you don't know what Lock and Key is, it is a comic book about these kids that find a key. They can go open the door and they go to different dimensions in the house, and it goes on and on and on.
Not for your middle schooler.
No, she was trying to get the comic for her son, and she thought it was a little too violent for high
High school and up is fine.
2 times they try to get the show going. If you go on to YouTube, you can find a pilot for Lock and Key. It just didn't get past the gravy. They didn't think it was going to work. Same thing what they did with Walking Dead, how they passed the pilot because they didn't think it was going to work, and it did. And then somebody else passed it up again. Now it's finally going to Netflix. Okay, let's get back to Netflix. I'm so sorry to jump off this stuff.
Oh, don't forget, Punisher Season 1.
Punisher.
Oh my God, that'd be good. Jessica Jones coming back, Season 2. Daredevil, Season 3.
Oh, they're making
Luke
the 3rd
Cage.
season of Daredevil.
Heck yeah. And Luke Cage, Season 2. So much
Wasn't
better.
that a great show?
From all that crazy, stupid stuff called 13 Reasons Why. And don't forget, the all-time ultimate one, Stranger Things,
It's
Season
coming
2.
too. It's coming back.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. All right, Netflix. Iron Fist came out, and it came out with mixed reviews. But that's not the important thing to talk about, all right? The show wasn't that great. I don't think so.
No.
He comes in, you expect something really cool because, he first comes in. I'm like, first 2 episodes, they always start off slow. But the payoff was never there. There was no big payoff. And his power didn't seem that fantastic. And his challenges were nothing. He has a superpower called the Iron Fist. Daredevil doesn't even have what he really has. He doesn't have all the super senses depicted in this story as like your Ben Affleck would, or in the comic book where he gets toxic stuff. And so if you bang steel or you bang a pipe, she gets a sonar. No, he's based on all his ninja abilities as a blind man. That's his superpowers. And that was 10 times better than the Iron Fist. Do you agree?
Yeah, I'll just be honest with you. I still cannot get over... While I watched it, I didn't look at any of the reviews, no information. Danny Rand, sorry, I don't... never fell in love with you, Game of Thrones, but he didn't do anything.
Finn Jones.
Excuse me, Finn Jones.
He played Danny Rand.
Yes, my apologies. So, let me repeat that. So, yeah, when I saw... Finn Jones played Danny Rand, I was not so thrilled about it whatsoever. And then, after watching the whole series and really forcing myself, like, no, I got to binge watch all of this. I want to watch everything.
Does, yeah.
Then I find out at the very end that they were going to cast Louis Tan, who played one episode of one of the villains. And it would have prevented a lot of controversy and put a step up.
Well, wasn't the original character played by an Asian individual to begin with? Was he ever Asian? Or
No.
Iron Fist was always a white dude?
No, Iron Fist was always a white dude. And the problem is with Thomas...
real fast, in the cartoons now, he's Asian.
Well, yeah.
I like that because it gives diversity to the whole Marvel universe.
Well, the problem is...
All we have is Bruce Lee playing, what's his name? Kato. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. I mean, that's a problem with that when you talk about Kato. I mean, like, when Bruce Lee played Kato, that was like the first time when you have people of color on the TV screen, and we have not gone that far. From that. And so when you see Netflix do Luke Cage and
that was
being
awesome.
I'm
sorry,
Harlem. No, but it's true.
The show was just awesome.
I mean, but also portraying a Harlem hero, and then it's like, okay, great. Now Iron Fist, really great way, and then you listen to the founder, the creator of Iron Fist show, Thomas, talk about it and the terms he used because he was so defensive. Using old terms in the 60s to describe a group of people based on what is called a rug is just so uncalled for. I really do give props to one of the lead actresses on Iron Fist, Jessica Henwick, who spoke up against that. So, yeah, I know that Iron Fist... Finn Jones is still going to be with him for Iron Fist Season 2 if it does come out, and also for the Defenders. But they miss a great opportunity. The controversy, I totally agree with. And it's basically the opposite of what everyone's all upset about for Star Trek Discovery. It's like, wait a minute. Have you heard about the controversy?
No, what's that now?
So basically, great new series from Star Trek Discovery.
I know her captain is Asian.
Right.
And she's black because we've got, what's her name from The Walking Dead?
Define who's she.
I forgot her name. I always forget her name.
You always forget her name. But I'm going to look that up for you because I am not the name person on this show.
Real fast because I want to lose the Iron Fist while she's looking that up. Roy Thomas, he's the co-creator of Iron Fist.
Yep.
He actually weighed in on the controversy, sharing his thoughts on why he believes people are making a mountain out of a molehill. An interview with Inverse. All right, I'm not saying this is what he said. Thomas first addressed the initial outcry regarding Jones' casting. Yeah, someone made me vaguely aware of that. Thomas said, I think not. Vaguely. I try not to think about it too much. I have so little patience with some of the feeling that some people have. I mean, I understand what it's coming from, cultural appropriation. My God. It's just an adventure story. Don't these people have something better to do than worry about the fact that Iron Fist isn't Oriental or whatever word? I know Oriental isn't the right word either. Give it a break. First off, dude, if you want people to watch your anything you produce or you co-create, you might as well ease it up a little bit, Roy Thomas, because...
Ease it up.
Yeah.
Strip that from your vocabulary.
You know what? Whatever we say, or she says, or he says, or my best friend, my Oriental friend, or my Caucasian friend, they're the people that are actually funding these movies because they are paying to Netflix and buying it and binge watching it. So, yeah, dude, you can't say that stuff. And yeah, you should take it into consideration. All right, I'm sorry.
No. I mean, well, that's the whole purpose when Star Trek came out, was to think ahead in the future. This is who we're going to become. And so what's happening with Star Trek Discovery, Shanika Martin Green, who's also in the show, there's a lot of comments from the trailers where they're saying, wait a minute, is there a white genocide going on in the Star Trek future? And it's like, guess what, people? Yes, it is, and it looks beautiful.
Honestly, I got to be honest about Star Trek, okay? What years that take place? 27?
It's 10 years prior to the original Star Trek
so that's
series.
this is way in the future, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, you want me to tell you how it should be truthfully done? There is no Italians. Mm-hmm. There is no black. Mm. There is no white, and there is no Asian. Eventually, we should become a melting pot, and everybody should just be one eventually. I don't see a pure society after all these years. We're just earthlings, especially if we're out there. Do you know what I mean?
No, I hear.
Everybody will look different, but with all the over years of like everyone, reprocreating with each other, I mean, it's going to fade out by that time. Don't you agree?
Time magazine at the end of the 19th century did a feature of blending all different ethnicities together, because that was one of the things is they're saying. So in the year 2020, the U.S. will be 50% people of color, right? So that's in 2020. Mm-hmm. So for everyone who is fixated on a certain type of idea, times are changing. Times will always change. And we need to be able to rise us all up, not some up. If you're only into the some, then stay in your little condo, your mansion, wherever you're at, and stay there and keep quiet. Don't make any movies because, enough's enough.
Now, remember always sharing with us on social media, Facebook, Twitter. We love that. It's always at Your Nerdside. And you can always follow us and all that good stuff. Or join us on the website, yournerdside.com. All right, so Netflix, now be honest, you didn't like Iron Fist, whether he's white, Caucasian, or a ghost.
No. But check out Louis Tan. Beautiful.
So, and they originally thinking of casting him, huh?
Yes. So he was runner-up. And they said that the storyline would have been interesting. So Louis Tan he's half Asian, half white.
That would have been a lot better.
And so he could talk about how being Asian American, how difficult was him to be connected with his roots and to his culture, all these different issues.
And they still could have wrapped in he's half white, half Asian. His dad was still a white, really rich guy. And his mom... Yeah, I think they should have done that.
Oh, and he's beautiful. I mean, very beautiful.
Yeah, that's what makes comics all about, they're beautiful.
It's all about body.
It's all about that.
Yes.
All right. So we've got to get into a quick interview that we got a chance to talk to some individual, this very, very special gentleman. And this is during the Comic-Con, the San Francisco Comic-Con. He actually took time to talk to me for a few minutes. It was awesome having to talk to him. Legendary individual right here.
And also award-winning recently. He won the Inkbot Award.
Did he really?
For outstanding achievement in comic arts. That's one of his latest awards that even at San Diego Comic-Con International gave him in 2007. Sweetest guy there can be.
God, he grabbed me and just had me sit there. He goes, I want to tell you some stuff. He really, he talked about Stan Lee and doing everything, but he really got into, and he asked, he goes, this is going to be on the air, right? And I go, yeah. He goes, everyone, let's just all get along, please, with each other.
But he could have talked to Thomas from Iron Fist a little bit thing here and too. See, it's not about how old you are. It's about how your heart is.
All right. We got an interview with Alan Bellman, and let's take a listen to it. All right. Let's get into that interview with Alan Bellman. We talked to him at San Francisco Comic-Con.
Everybody ready? Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Listen.
It's great.
Yeah, my name is Alan Bellman, and I'm an alcohol... wrong meeting.
We're at San Francisco Comic-Con, and I'm walking around, and I walk up to this gentleman, and I see Captain America. Do you know Captain America is my favorite superhero?
It's a whole bunch of other folks' most favorite.
No.
I think it overrides Superman, and really do. I really do.
Okay, let's back it up a little bit because people want to know who you are. Why am I talking to you? You didn't do anything famous, did you? What did you do?
Well, first of all, I was born.
That's